Yeah, we can edit that part.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Seeing It All. Today, we are going to talk about the masterpiece that is 1988 movie. It is called Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's set in 1947 Hollywood, where humans and cartoons coexist. The movie is about a down on his luck, Toon hating private eye, whose name is Eddie Valiant, and he's hired to investigate an adultery scandal involving Toon stars, aka Roger Rabbit's wife and him. And Valence is successful in getting all that, but in the middle of that, he is caught up in a murder mystery where that man was, you know, supposedly causing the cheating, is killed. So they blame Roger Rabbit for that, and now Roger Rabbit and Valiant must go and exonerate him before the evil judge destroys Toontown. So this movie came out in 1988. So it is based in LA. So a lot of the places you'll see and hear are going to be in, is it Kahunga or Cahuenga? I always say Kahunga. So I don't know. And then you also have downtown LA. That's where Eddie's office is. They say it's on between 11th and 12th Street on South Hope Street. And the Toontown entrance is Mount Hollywood Drive Tunnel in Griffith Park. So if you go to Griffith Park, that tunnel, that's going to be right there. And then a lot of the movie was shot in London, so the movie theater that they were hiding out in was in the UK, and then the Acme factory was in West London, and then the Terminal Bar in like Chasing with the cartoon cab that was done through Glendale and then Los Feliz and Atwater Village. So it's cool to see all those parts. I was like, hey, I know some of these places, but I just didn't remember where. The movie was budget of 70 million and made $351 million. That's like good this movie is, okay. Fun facts about this movie, it's that it is the most expensive movie ever made for that year, for that time, 1988. It would be 70 million. The one that was closest to it was Rambo Part 3 that had the record, and Roger Rabbit beat it. And then after that, Terminator 2 beat it. So, but which is understandable. Yeah, the film also broke the record for the longest end credits. So if you guys actually watch the end credits, it's long. There's 800 people they're thanking. So it's one of the longest film credits. It's over 10 minutes long. So yeah, Bob Hoskins wasn't the first person that he asked to play the lead character. The first one they asked was Harrison Ford. He was too expensive. Chase, he wasn't interested, and Bill Murray. But Murray said that he supposedly is that he never got the call. He never got a message. So he missed it. He would have taken it right away. So I think it would have been, I think, better with Bill Murray, to be honest with you. Also, the same with Christopher Lloyd. He wasn't the first choice. It was going to be Tim Curry, but they said he was too scary. John Cleese was, but he wasn't scary enough. And then Christopher Lee, he turned the role down. I think more Christopher Lee like a flying actor. Like I don't picture him doing things like this, but we'll see. Lloyd was terrifying thanks to one thing. So I don't know if you ever guys saw Christopher Lloyd's character. He didn't blink throughout the movie. Every time he was on screen, he did not blink. So that's pretty interesting. That's what makes him look scary, and without realizing that he's scary. What do you call it? Roger Rabbit. There was a guy in a costume dressed up performing his lines in front of the actors. So this way they felt more comfortable. The dip is real, believe it or not. The dip, which is I think was it turpentine. I don't know how to say it, benzene and acetone. Those are paint thinners commonly used to erase animation cells. So they used to erase cartoon characters from animation cells. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. The poor little shoe that makes you cry and makes you sob. That was actually this lady named Nancy Cartridge who did the voiceover. You will know her as Bart Simpson in A Year Later. So that's her starting role there. The movie was really dark in the beginning. They had a few things. They were gonna have Jessica Rabbit be the bad guy, and then they changed it to, Roger Rabbit dying and all this other stuff until the end of this movie. And the movie actually created something called bumping the lamp. So if you guys remember the scene where he's handcuffed to Roger Rabbit, and he goes in a secret room and then tries to saw off the handcuffs. Yeah. So if you notice that, Bob Hoskins actually hits the light with his head a few times on there. So the lighting of it's everywhere. So the animators paid attention to that. They're like, most people won't pay attention to it, but the light you'll see on Roger Rabbit will dim out, dim in, and then when the light hits him, it'll be brighter. So the light does move with Roger Rabbit. So it's pretty cool that they worked really hard to get that working. So it makes it look more like he's in there. I didn't notice it, but I think I would have noticed if the light wasn't there. Then you're like, oh, come on, you could have done better. But yeah, they had a lot of cameos in this movie they were hoping for, but just with all the copyright stuff, they couldn't get them. They wanted Popeye, they wanted Mighty Mouse, they wanted Tom and Jerry, they wanted Casper the Friendly Ghost, they wanted Superman, and a bunch of other characters that they couldn't get. So let's start out with this movie, since you guys are over here having some opinions that I may not agree with. Do you think, well, you don't have to answer this at the end of this, but do you think this movie still holds up or does it fall apart? I'm talking about the animation with human and all that. So at the end, we'll answer that. But let's start out. Who would you recast in this movie?
Juan.
I don't. I wasn't a big fan of the movie. I don't think it was terrible, but I think everyone did a pretty good job, including the main character, the detective or PI,
Yeah, what was
private
his name?
investigator. Forgot, but
Yeah,
I
I forgot his
thought he sold the role of an alcoholic, depressed person. I don't. I liked everyone in the role, in their respective roles.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I agree. Christopher Lloyd, I was half and half for him for a while, but once you mentioned all that stuff about
Why?
him being dark and
Why? You think it was too
no,
cheesy or
originally I was
what?
thinking about it. Please, anybody. You were just talking about the people who, they were thinking about casting. But once I understood what you were saying about he fit the part. He wasn't too dark or scary or whatever you were saying earlier. But yeah, he did good. Yeah, he played that part really good. But yeah, other than that, good cast. Although I don't know the main character, what other roles he played.
What do you mean? He's in Hook. He's what's his name? Captain Hook's assistant. Is it Snakes or Snakes?
Uh,
Come on, man, this guy. He's
don't
in
make me watch
Hollywood.
that movie.
I know, now I have to, so you can see how great of an actor he is. But no, I agree with
Yeah,
you guys. What?
I was gonna say Christopher Lloyd was Back in the Future. I'm guessing in
No,
small roles, but
we're talking about Bob
Bob Hoskins.
Hoskins.
Yeah,
got it, got it.
yeah. I don't know.
But no, I agree with you guys. I don't think anybody should have been recast. Everybody was really good on their roles. Everybody did what the script told them to do. They pulled it off great. Yeah, there was nobody there. Everybody fit the role perfect. I think that maybe when I was talking about the characters, I think that Bill Murray could have done better as the lead on this movie. It's just the way he is with sarcasm and funny timing and all that. But besides that, I think everybody did a great job though. So nothing bad to say about any of these actors there. So is there a wait, what? scene for you guys? You know, that maybe fell out of place or made no sense at all?
For me, it made sense, but the more I saw the movie, and especially about the plot of trying to sell Toon town so they can build the freeway, I'm like, this is Chinatown. This is a
Right?
bootleg of Chinatown. How to expand? Yes, yes. This is Chinatown.
Instead of water, it's freeways, right?
Yeah.
Adultery, yeah, right? The movie starts out, somebody's committing adultery, there's murder.
I mean, it was around the same time frame that
Yeah,
the movie took place. So yeah, a lot of similarities.
they did. Yeah, they did. I was like, sometimes I was like, why do I remember this scene? What's going on here? I remember this. Yes, Chinatown. I agree with that. How about you, bro?
Wait, what moment was him drinking, man? I mean, he did a lot of drinking. I'm just surprised he didn't have a hangover. Or does he ever
Right?
eat? I don't think I ever saw.
Everybody, remember when he went to the warehouse? The cops were like, "Hey, thought you changed your name to Jack Daniels." So everybody knew he was like a drunk.
I'm just like, wow. And then he was going to take a nap after he drank a lot, and then pulled his bed out from the whatever.
I
Get
like,
work. I was like, damn, man, this guy just too
yeah,
alcoholic.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, that was my way. My moment. Like, he drinks so much. I was just surprised. I know I was, it's obviously faking it, but just saying or at least I would think they would add some more realism to that. Anyway, that was my minor thing.
For me, it would be the cab, like out of nowhere, like
Oh,
Roger Rabbit and Ball Haskins are both in the car, and they're like, I forgot the name of the cab. Is it Benny the Cab? Or whatever? And they're like, "What are you doing back there?" Yeah. And I'm like, and then he just goes out there, and then they start driving. The whole car chasing starts. I was like, "What? Who is this cab guy? What is going on?" Like, I mean, it threw me out. Like, they just introduced a new character in the middle of the movie without any introduction. It was just like they just captured him, and he's just gonna be part of the movie now. So that was just my what? Like, okay. I mean, but he killed the role. That's all I gotta say. Do you guys have a worst line or a great line from this movie that you guys liked or hated a lot? I had a lot of.
I don't think there was a bad line, at least for me, but there was a really good line, which was after keep on forgetting his name, the PI, the detective.
Oh, hot.
Yeah, he didn't have any money to pay for the trolley, and he was riding in the back of the trolley with like the three kids, and one of them was like, "Hey, Mister, don't you have a car?" And he said, "Who needs a car? LA has the best transportation in the world,"
Yeah.
which was true back then. It
Was it?
really did have, yeah, I had trolley, and I forgot what else connections that, and you can get from one point to the other, one place of the city to the other point relatively easy. It used to be known as a place that you would go, like other cities that wanted to um, provide or start their public transportation would go to LA to do more research on before the car, before freeways. But yeah, it was true.
Dang, I thought it was just a joke.
No, it
this guy knows his California stuff, man. Jeez.
I know, right?
Figured you would. So, so you have any bad lines? Bad lines for me, not bad, but they were just really bad jokes. Roger Rabbit. I mean, I could have done with a lot of the jokes. I know he was supposed to be stupid and do all that idiotic things, but after a while, I was like, enough of that. But one of the good lines for me was at the beginning, or not at the beginning, but when he was pulling out the gun and the fake gun and the bullets, the ones that bullets that talk. One of the bullets says, "Hey, how you been?" And the detective says, "Drunk." And then he thinks about it for a few seconds, and then he just gets rid of the booze and uh, pretty much, gets his act together. So that was a good, somewhat of a funny scene, adding a cartoonish thing, but also he just grew up and he just gave up the alcohol and just started taking the whole thing serious. So I thought that was a pretty good line. That being said, I didn't know what this movie was rated either. I don't know if it was really meant for kids or adults with the cartoon. I was
I
still
don't know,
mixed.
man. I don't think it's made for kids. It's
I don't
PG,
think so
but
either. But I was gonna ask that later on. So, but anyway, regardless, I think that was a very mature way of handling that. So that was good.
for me, I would have to say is the Jessica Rabbit, her line where she was like, "I'm not a bad guy," and then she goes on about how she's not a bad guy, and then they talk, and then she's like, "I'm just drawn like that," or something like that. Or she
Yeah,
was that line, I'm drawn like that, but I'm not a bad person. I'm drawn, or something like that. Let me
yeah, I
see
know
if I
what
can.
you.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She likes Roger Rabbit because she makes, and that tells you right there. It takes facts. Like Jessica Rabbit tells you right there. It's like she loves him because he can make her laugh. Right there, boom. All the guys need to take notes.
I know. I learned that lesson
Uh,
26 years ago.
there you go. Damn. So, in this movie, who do you think was the scene stealer?
For me, it was Judge Toon, Christopher Lloyd. I
Yeah.
thought he did a pretty good job. Uh, I mean, it was a little crazy at the end, unbelievable, when it turns out that he was a Toon, and some of the stuff was just a little bit just cookie, like crazy. Do you know what I mean? Like unbelievable. But considering that the movie came out in 1988, I think the special effects were pretty good. But yeah, Judge Toon was, I think, was the standout in my opinion.
Yeah, that was a two-parter for me. Scene Stealer, special effects, considers the 88. That was pretty good. Young, just the way the cartoon synced with the actors, they did a good job. As an individual person there, I think Jessica Rabbit stole it from me. I think she did a good job, even though she didn't have that many lines, but she was a big part of the role. And I think they didn't overdo it with her role. I think she did a good job, or they did a good job with her role. So that's why I think what's the scene stealer for me.
I agree with you. I think Jessica Rabbit stole a lot of the movie scene because A, her sexuality, but B is because they made her look like she was the guilty one. It made her look like, so you kept following her. You wanted to know what she was up to because the whole time you're thinking that she's the one that set it up. She's the one that's gonna be trained for Roger Rabbit, and we believe all that because maybe it's just me because Roger Rabbit is not a good-looking guy, so therefore we understand why she's trying to leave him and backstab him and all that, which is messed up. But the movie taught me a lesson. All right, so
What was the lesson?
What's the lesson?
it wasn't the looks that, and she wasn't betraying him. She still loved him. She was
Yeah,
fighting for
wasn't
him. Okay,
looks.
that's right. So don't judge a book by
Yes,
its cover.
that's right. She's willing to do anything, including playing
That's
patty
right.
cakes to
Anyway,
save
yeah,
him.
that's right. Get that. Good wife right there.
Check who's rated. I forgot. I haven't checked.
Oh, so did you guys think there was any plot holes in this movie, or any, you know, yeah, any plot holes?
Yes,
I'm
I
gonna
know
let
it's a
you take it
cartoon.
because I don't honestly I didn't pay that much attention to the movie.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god.
At least he's honest about it. At least he's honest.
Yeah.
Like we're
Uh,
actually a World Cup. I'm gonna leave it on and I'll be back.
oh my
I'll just
god.
Google what happens.
So what was it, bro?
For me, it was a cartoon thing. Well, I mean, I just couldn't. Here we have Roger Rabbit handcuffed to that guy, and at the end, he just takes his hand out because he's a cartoon. But then at the end, he's tied up with Jessica Rabbit. You would think they would be able to get out of that. I know, yeah. So it was unrealistic there for me. I don't think that was necessary. If I jump forward to a necessary scene, that would be it right there. because it didn't really make sense. If there were cartoons, they could have easily got out of that rope and let them do their own. So that was
To me, I don't know if it's a plot hole or not, but I guess to me is the ending where he just starts singing and dancing. I know his goal is to kill them by laughing, but I think he could have gone without singing and dancing. You know, uh, I don't know. I wasn't a fan of the all that singing and dancing. It went from like this strong murder mystery to then just got a cartoony. You know, like, but the humans, not the cartoon. You know, like the cartoons you can accept, but the humans acting cartoony, like it was just too much. You know, so to
And that
me,
was
that
the
was like,
point. The point was that he was embracing. He was the Toon family or the Toon community, if you will.
yeah, man, but you don't have to sing and dance. You could just done stuff and make them laugh. Don't sign.
yeah.
But that's all for me. You know, but yeah. And then the Swan over there, too busy watching soccer. Any deleted scenes in this movie, huh? You guys have any deleted scenes that you want to add or you wanted to, you found
Yeah, I
out
wish they had
something?
shown more the bad guy, Christopher Lloyd stuff, bad dudes. I wish they had
Yeah.
shown more of that stuff. I think it was, kind of a waste of a not waste, but they could have used him more. So there would have been some good scenes that they could have added to it. That would have been cool. Even though the bad guy cartoon guys were idiots, still, I think it would have been cool. I would like to know how they made that. What's that called? The acid stuff, the soup, the dip, whatever. I would like to know the ingredients and all that stuff too.
They did say the ingredients.
Oh, they did? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Man,
was
you're the one not
some.
paying attention.
Yeah, it was some acid. It was like 3 or 4 things. It wasn't that
No,
many
but I mean,
things.
like, I wish they could have shown that in the scene, like them,
I'm putting it together.
instead of just telling us.
Juan, the whole movie.
Yeah, don't compare me to him. Anyway.
Juan,
Yeah.
you there? You, bro.
Yes.
Deleted scenes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, deleted scenes. I kind of wanted a little bit more from Dolores,
Mm.
and I was kind of wanted to know, like, is she half Mexican, Mexican, or it's just a white lady with the name Dolores? Like, it was. I mean, Dolores is a pretty, and especially at that time, I'm like, no white person's gonna have the name Dolores.
No.
You just want to know her background, man.
Yeah.
And also like how like what made her interested in him? What made her let him borrow money when she was like, "Hey, I need my money."
Hey,
True.
but you know, he was a true man. He's like, you can go find a better man. And she replied with, I already have. I made you cry. I don't know. That is no beautiful. For me, I
Okay.
would have to say, I would have to
All right.
say, I would have to say, remove the singing and dancing theme. That's it. I was not a fan of that. Took me out. So remove that. And I'll be good. A few
That'd be
things
for me.
actually, and then also when he's in the elevator, take that out. I didn't like it when what's it called, Droopy puts the elevator to go up, and then he's squashed on the floor of the elevator, and then he
Too
goes
cheap.
down, and then he's on the ceiling. I didn't like that. It was
That's
when
too
humans
cheesy.
become cartoons like that. I don't like it too much, you know. So when they're not supposed to be, you know. So that was what
Yeah,
for
I
me.
agree with that one. I agree with that too. That was too cheesy.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to ask this question for you guys, but we're gonna ask anyway. Cue it or screw it.
I'm gonna say screw it. Unless I mean
Wow.
it's a fun movie if you watch it with your kids. I don't know. I think if you like that kind of like silly comedy, it's for you. It's not for me. I'm not saying it was trash, especially after I saw the Rotten Tomato score that the audience gave it 85. I was like, damn.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then critics gave it a 96. I'm like, what?
Wow.
So I was shocked. I was like, okay, maybe I'm the one that doesn't get it.
That's right. You don't.
But for
The only,
me, it's for me.
yeah, you're not the only
Although I
one.
got
I'm with you there too.
Wait, I gotta say that the special effects actually were pretty good,
Yeah,
considering that I seen it now, but what almost 40 years afterwards. Like it was pretty good.
Yeah, they still stand up. How about you, bro?
I do agree. Yes, special effects, 80s. I was, a mere child selling oranges outside too. Special
Yeah.
effects, I agree they were good, but it's just too cheesy for me. The plot, and of course, when I brought up the plot hole about the, cartoonish, if they could have broken out of the handcuff thing, they could have broken out of the rope and done other things. So it's hard for me to believe some of that joke stuff. So no, sorry, I just no.
Oh, wow.
Hey, it's got Rotten Tomatoes. You got critics who love it.
Yeah.
Just not your buddies here.
I know. Yeah, man. I need to watch. I will have to say, cue it. I
What?
think the movie does a lot. The reason why I really love this movie, I like it, is because it did a blending of two genres really well. Like for an '80s movie, it's amazing because you could. '80s movie have a lot of cheesy effects out there. So watching this movie and it's still holding up, that's amazing too. The quality and time those artists put into the animation to get certain things right is crazy for me. So I really love that part where, like I said, like the light scene, the lighting scene, that was amazing because that takes more time and more work that you don't have to, and it's even harder to do. And then, but this movie, it's a little adult. I don't know if it's PG. I would say G. I think it'd be PG-13. But it has a lot of the, you know, is it Looney Tunes and Disney characters in there? So it's pretty nice to see in the background, and you get to and watch them interact. So definitely, definitely recommend it. These two haters. All right,
Well, I can appreciate the special effects
Yeah.
and the movie in general. I don't think it's a good movie.
the writing.
Back to the plot hole thing, come on. It's so
Yeah,
hard to believe some of these things where they're cartoons.
So would you
and
survive this? Huh? Would you survive it? Probably everybody would. Actually, no, not really. His brothers didn't survive it.
no,
So
the cartoons didn't survive.
yeah,
Those
that's
I
it,
think are
man.
the only ones that. Yeah, I think I would have probably killed myself. So no.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh. All right, remember, Juan hates cartoons. Damn. No, found out something today. What about you, bro?
No, I was the same way. I wouldn't survive. I'll just put that dip on me and good. That's, nah.
I would
Too quick.
survive. I would. I would
I,
love it there.
You're a survivor.
you're a survivor.
Right.
I don't know how
That's
they
right.
got a straight face is what I want to know too. But yeah,
So the vibe check. Do you think this movie hit you where it's supposed to? The emotional tone, or was it just a total miss?
Never mind. I think I like the vibe that it was going for, which was I think it was the 1940s, retro, um, what is it called? Oh, the outfit, but also merging the cartoon to it to fit that style.
yeah.
So I thought that was cool. So I'll give that. And also like the jokes, the cat calling. I was like, oh. But I mean, that's how it was allegedly how the times were back then. So I thought that it did well. The movie did that well.
Yeah, I agree too. It was the vibe check was there. I was just did a good job on that. Following what it's supposed to be all about.
I actually agree with you guys there too. The vibe check was there. A lot of the characters brought emotional depth in there. The cartoon, Jessica Rabbit did a lot of for a cartoon, making you not trust her and things like that. Definitely. Do you guys have a favorite scene in this movie?
No,
No, this guy, man.
Wow,
Oh,
dang.
not
I don't
angry. I just said no. That's it.
know. Damn. All right. What about you, bro?
oh goodness. Yeah, I like it. It sounds kind of cheesy, but like most of the movie, but I like that scene where they had the two ducks, Donald Duck and Daffy Duck, going at it. I thought that was somewhat entertaining with the piano scene, acting all goofy. That was probably the most scene I enjoyed.
I agree with you. I love that scene. I think that scene, just having the penguins serving you, and then he's like, "I want a scotch on the rocks, not rocks, ice," and they bring in rocks, bring in rocks.
But you knew they were gonna do that anyway, but yeah, that was
Yeah, so that was funny. He's like, cartoon. So I think it was a great entertaining. I didn't like how they make Acme the guy like a total doofus, but I guess you got to do what you got to do. But in that, but I think that whole scene was awesome. I really liked it. And then since I already kind of, I'll skip to that first. Let's do this. Any cameos you guys liked in this movie? I know you said Duffy Duck and Donald Duck. But is there any other ones that you liked? I like Betty
I
Boop.
th-
She was funny.
I was just gonna say I thought it was cool that they had some Disney characters because it seems now that to have crossovers is nearly impossible, and especially
Yeah.
Disney. I was like, oh, I thought that was pretty. Yeah, I just can't see Disney not working or not, yeah, going outside their own production company. Like I wouldn't
Yeah.
see Disney and not Pixar, what's DreamWorks.
yeah, no,
No
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
That's true.
So I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. The ducks they were funny, and the end too was classic with Porky Pig. That's all,
Yeah,
folks.
totally fit.
Yeah, so his favorite, not his favorite, but his infamous quote. But yeah, like Juan said, it's nice to see a change where they actually have all these characters without fighting for rights and money and all that stuff. But yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah. No, I mean, behind the scenes, there was an ego trip. Everybody wanted their characters to have like a second or two more than the other character, but because of the egos, that's why you saw Bugs Bunny and Mickey Mouse because they both got the same amount of screen time, same amount of lines. Same with Donald and Daffy Duck, they had the same amount of screen time, same amount of lines because they didn't, they didn't want somebody to be, have more over the other. So,
nothing's
but yeah, no, I
changed.
agree with you. I think the Disney being there, I think that was a big cameo for me that I really liked. It made the movie even more fun to watch. And then the last thing, which is what I asked you guys in the beginning, do you think this movie holds up or does it fall apart and is not that good? The CGI, the acting, whatever. Let me know.
Okay, so it's a two-part answer. I think the
Oh,
special effects
man.
hold up. Well, I think the special effects do hold up. And I think the acting does hold up for the type of movie, which is like more for kids type of comedy. Like it's a family movie for mostly for kids. Taking that aside, it's not for me.
We know one. We
We know
know.
that. We did that.
You
So
made
does
that
it hold
clear.
up? I mean, it does hold up. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. It does hold up, but it's not for me.
What are you, bro? What are you?
I agree. It holds up with the CGI and just having reality and the cartoon sync and everything. It does. They did a good job, and I think still holds up to this day doing that kind of stuff. Like I said earlier, did a good job for being in the '80s. Very good job.
Yeah. I 100% agree with that. I think the movie holds up. I think they did a great job adding comedy and being serious at the same time with cartoon characters. I think there's only one other movie that I know of that does that, and that's Space Jam. I think that's the
But
other
yeah,
one.
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
think like the
I
other
was trying to
one.
think.
Yeah, because then you have like Looney Tunes after that they did with Brandon Fraser. That was awful. They were in Vegas. So there's other cartoons with real people that aren't that great out there, And it's like, "Ooh, it's painful." But I think
Oh
there's like
yeah,
this
about
one
the
and
monkey,
uh,
right? Brandon Fraser. It was like with a monkey cartoon where he was like live
you talking
action and
about Tarzan?
cartoon. I don't remember the name.
Are you talking about
I will look it up right
Tarzan?
now, but my internet is down.
You got that spectrum. But yeah, no, there's yeah, so definitely Space Jam. and this movie to me are the top two when it comes to that. But Bass Drum's got a better soundtrack. But besides that, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys suffering to this movie, I guess, Juan. And we enjoyed it. But next week it's your movie, bro. So just let us know what you decide. I try to change it. I try to keep putting these type of movies because y'all got too serious, man. Like you guys like serious movie. I was like, bro, we gotta light up something here, man. Calm down. Like,
Well, there goes my option I was gonna pick. Let me think about this one.
no, that's like the light movies so we can go into dark, whatever. But damn.
Hey, Crime 101 was kind of light. I mean, yes, it was about a crime, but it wasn't like a heavy movie.
But true. But dang, going some movies over here. I was like, damn, harsh. All right. So let me know if you know. Let us know now, bro. If not, text us and
No, not to that comment. I gotta think about this one.
No. I'm just letting you know why I choose these movies.
I like with darkness, sadness movies. Yeah, they're just
let people have hope, man. Yes, your movie's dark. And with
No,
that, we'll see you next week.